What's up, beautiful people? Hi, desserts make me smile. I love to eat, I love to snack, and yeah, these are just my favorites. Honestly, I have a list of favorite desserts that are so long, like it's longer than my food list, to be honest. I have no shame in my game. And today, this one is for my Auntie Anne's fans. Is Anne's or Annie's? I really don't be buying things. Let me check. Oh, it is Auntie Anne's pretzels. This one is for my Auntie Anne's fans. I know some people really love their pretzels, and they also have a cinnamon sugar one, and that's what we're going to be making today. So we're going to prepare our dough first. Make sure your hands are clean, take off whatever jewelry off your fingers, and we're going to get right into it. So we're going to start some flour and coconut flour. Also, plot twist, this doesn't have any yeast in it, so it doesn't take that long. In there also goes baking powder, which is going to be our leavening agent, some salt, a little bit of sugar, as well as some cinnamon is going on the inside as well. Because it's what's on the inside that counts, you know? Or so they say. Alright, you want to mix your dry ingredients thoroughly. Once that is fully combined, we're gonna add our wet ingredient, only one. And that's Greek yogurt. So we're gonna create a well in the center with our dry ingredients, and you're gonna throw all your yogurt into the middle of your dough. You can use your spatula for the first mix, just to coat all the dry ingredients with the wet. But it's a dough you're making, so you're gonna have to use your hands eventually. Alright, so once you start getting some resistance, here, you could just put our spatula aside and go ahead and use your hands until you form a soft dough. It's going to form a pretty shaggy dough at first, but then you're gonna just lightly flour your workstation and toss your dough onto there with everything from in the bowl. Yeah, and form it into a ball, a soft ball of dough. You don't want to overwork it, so just be very careful, very gentle. So you could take about 2 minutes of kneading, if so much. So that same bowl you were previously using, you're gonna lightly line it with a little bit of oil. Coconut oil or olive oil, honestly any neutral oil is fine. You're gonna form your dough into a neat little ball, and in it goes. You could use it right away, but I prefer to let it rest for about 15 to 20 minutes. So you're gonna just cover that and let it rest. Okay, so now that your dough boy is done resting, you're gonna lightly flour your work surface and turn it out onto there. So right, so you can either separate it into 6 right here, like eyeball it, but I'm gonna weigh out mine. It's roughly 80 grams per ball for 6 servings. There you go. So the first one is the hardest one to get. Alright, put them aside. And then it's a little bit easier because you could eyeball the size of, nice. So now that you have 6 smaller rounds, this is where the real fun happens. Okay, once your work surface is lightly floured, you're gonna roll it out into a long line. You could pull it as well, use your both hands, and roll all the way out to the end. Roll it as thinly as you like. This should be a good size. It depends on how thin you want your pretzel as well. Roll it in together, give it a little twist, and then bring it down, tuck it on the end, so you get that iconic pretzel-like shape. I don't know how iconic mine is looking, but yeah. And from there, you could transfer it to your baking tray. And repeat. All right, let's go. So, as you can see, that took some time, but it kind of look like pretzels. Yeah, it does actually. So, what we're gonna do next is a baking soda bath, but in the meantime, preheat your oven to 400 degrees. So basically, you have some cold water, and a couple tablespoons of baking soda goes in there. And it's not so much of a bath, it's more like a dip, you know, like a little dip in the water. So because this dough is so soft, I'm going to use my spatula to just get it right back off the baking sheet. It's going to stay on the spatula while it goes into the dip. Make sure it's all submerged, and this is what's going to give it its nice coated exterior. It's going to be crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. This is where the magic happens. You could also use an egg washer as well, but this baking soda bath is pretty superior. It's a texture thing. Yeah, if the top doesn't go all the way in, you could just use your hand and make sure it's coated back on your baking tray. Okay, so once all of them get their little dip, we're gonna cover it with some cinnamon sugar, which is basically a mixture of sugar as well as cinnamon. You can use sweetener, but I prefer the sugar, and just get it all over the top. When it's done, it's gonna get a next coating of cinnamon sugar as well, like fresh out of the oven. So be sure to save what's left of the cinnamon sugar to go on top once it's done baking. We're gonna put this in that preheated oven and bake it for about 15 to 20 minutes. We'll be back. Alright, so mine baked for just about 23 minutes, but it's done. It looks absolutely delicious. So I took it out of the oven, brushed it with a little bit of butter, as well as sprinkled my cinnamon sugar all over it. It looks delicious. Honestly, in here just smells like cinnamon. So time for the taste test. Let's just get a piece of one. So you see we get that little snap. It's nice and soft on the inside. Yeah, That's what you want, the crunchy outside with a soft interior. It's actually really good. Anyway guys, leave in the comments what video you'd like to see me do next. Some dessert ideas that you would see made a little more calorie conscious, a little more macro friendly. I am up for the challenge. Y'all, have a good one. Please like, subscribe, comment, stay safe. Bye!